Hey everyone, I am gonna start harvesting the pumpkin patch today. I think some things have gone too long and some things might be just now ready and some other things aren't gonna be ready. So we're gonna get that started. I have a crate for the things I want to keep and then a bucket for the things that I think are just gonna end up going straight to the chickens, sadly, but they'll enjoy it, so that works out. It is super windy out today, so I'm not sure how well the audio is going to sound. I've tried a couple different headsets and that hasn't really worked out. Tried a microphone, that hasn't really worked out, so hopefully you guys can hear things, but maybe I'll talk over this. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure how to go about showing harvesting, how involved I should get the camera in. I am gonna put gloves on just in case, like pumpkins, vines have things, so maybe gloves will be a bust, maybe they won't be. I think the first thing we're gonna be harvesting that I'll get to keep is, I think in the last video I said they were Delicats. The Delicats have like indents on the green strip of the squash, and these ones don't. So I think it's Delicata. I don't think it has an N in it, so I'll have to double check that. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Got two of these. This one has bug damage to it, so it's just gonna go straight to my chickens. They'll be excited. This is supposed to be yellow and green, so we're gonna harvest, like, this might be good to preserve seeds since it's way past maturity. So here's two more of that same type of squash where, like, you can see that there aren't prominent indents on these lines. And one way you tell if like pumpkins are done is you do like the fingernail test, which I don't know how well you can see if that's happening or not. But I'm definitely able to scratch it, but that's the thing, I don't know if that's a good thing or not a good thing. So kind of makes me want to be hesitant with picking these, but also they're not supposed to be turning orange on the green stripes. So here's a fun guessing game I get to play. Also, I have to say that gloves make it super nice to just wipe off the bugs that are occurring. So that's something as well. So I think we've got all of those picked for the time being, and now we're probably gonna go pick up some scraps for the chickens. So a lot of these guys have already withered away, which is pretty disappointing. But if anything, it'll give the chickens something to play with. I do still have some good ones there, so that's nice. I do have a friend buying a bunch. She's going to be bringing her family of 7 here. Whew. That's a bad gourd. of these gourds over to my neighbor's house because I stole all of her lawn fall decor last year so I could have the seeds. This one seems like it might still be good. The bottom's real squishy. Not real squishy. It's softer than what I would like. But I could have it sit on my front porch. Let it be there for a while. And then I have a friend that wants to come get a pumpkin for her chickens so she can try to do the carving thing. So I need to be mindful of all of those things also as I harvest stuff. Okay, so apparently there's not much out here that's left to be harvested yet, or is ready to be harvested. These are the last things that I do want to harvest. Which again, I don't know if they're ready or not. But they're these big guys. They're just like the size of your forearm. I have no idea what these could have been. But I'm gonna cut them open and see. I mean, they kind of look like yellow zucchini, but I didn't plant that. I planted crooked neck squash, but that's not. I don't know what these are. I have two more I'm gonna pick, and then I'll kind of show you what's left in the pumpkin patch, because like things are starting to develop and like you can see kind of more of what's going on, and that's super exciting. So this is what we've harvested today, which filled up the crate pretty quickly, which is surprising. Okay, so we've got those two pumpkins, gourds. We've got this guy. There's this big guy back here, which looks like he's gonna end up being one of those warty ones. I don't know where that shadow, okay, there you go. Which is gonna be one of those warty ones. Here's another warty one. There's my big yellow guy. We've got orange warty one there. I want to make sure I'm not stepping into any spiders. We've got that guy, which I believe turns yellow like the other ones. Which there's another one right past that big warty guy. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, which I think these 3 are Kakai squash. Oh dang, there's like one back there and then one over there. Crap. I've got that guy starting to turn orange, that guy, oops, this guy, oops, oh my gosh, this guy, which I think I figured out if they have those like splotches on them, that's gonna end up being a warty guy. This is the pumpkin on a stick. In the last video I said I thought it was a Japanese eggplant. That was wrong. But look at how cute those little guys are. They're all little teeny tiny pumpkins. I wish I could get that really vibrant one on camera. Ah, there's so many thorns everywhere. We've got this big guy that I believe is a bumpy turban. So that's fun. There's another one over there that's a bumpy turban. And then we looked at this the other day. We looked at this guy. Oh my gosh. Okay, we looked at this guy, which it's starting to turn like a blue. A blue color, which is super exciting. This is a rogue, I think, just pumpkin growing, so that's exciting. I've got this big guy who has like more of a yellow color, not an orange color. These guys are the honey nut butternut squash. And like they're all gonna turn this like tan color and not be so much of that green color. Again, I'm realizing this daylight time is not the best time to be out here. We've got some pumpkins over there that they're not passing the scratch test. But also, this is like a weird looking pumpkin. That could be what it's supposed to do. I've got a bunch of these guys still that need to be harvested. But they will get more of the pinched sides on it is what's supposed to happen. And then I've got a couple of these randomly throughout. Oh, that's a bee by my toe. Bee by the toe. Got some pumpkins there. That one's a weird looking pumpkin, so we'll see what happens. And then my huckleberries are starting to get soft, which is when you harvest them. So that will be soon that I need to do that also, and I might try to make a jam or jelly out of it. And then this is just random fun. This made it from last year. A nice beautiful mum. And then this mum made it from last year. And it's starting just now to bud, which it's going to be a nice burgundy color, which is fun. And then I'll show you the rogue pumpkin plants that are growing in my backyard. Okay, so that's Trooper. Hi, baby. Yeah, hi. So I have 3 rogue squash plants that are growing in my backyard. So that was one. That's the other one, and then there's one way up there. This one has that on it, and then these 2 guys. I kind of think those are Kakai squash, to where that is Kakai squash make a seed that is hullless. Like, you don't have to shell it at all. It's just the, I can't even think of what the pumpkin seed is called. It's a shellless pumpkin seed. That's what Kakai squash make, and it's so great if you like roasted pumpkin seeds, because there's no shelling. Like, I'm not roasting my pumpkin seeds in a shell. I'm gonna shell them and then roast them, and it's quite a pain, and you get calluses on your thumbs, so it sucks. Here's the other squash plant that's rogue, and it's growing one of those Delicata pumpkins, but just the one. That's all that's growing. And then this guy is the least successful one, where there's just like this little guy, which I have no idea what that could be, and I doubt it's gonna make it to next year or to the end of the season. So a hat is a much better way to go about these things. I can actually see, I don't know if you can see my eyes, but we're gonna take the pumpkins that weren't good to the chickens. You know, you can see that aspect of things. Go on the full experience of feeding chickens. Typically I don't do this until evening time or morning time, but whatever. Sometimes I like to step on the things so it's easier for them. So that's my big guy Puff and Blanca. And then we got Black Beauty. These are two of the laying hens I ended up buying randomly. And that's Cowboy, another rooster, and Sweet Pea. And all these little red and white guys are some baby chicks. If you can see these Dorcases, that's Red. She's outside. And then that's I either am calling him Tuscan or Arizona. I haven't decided on a name, but some of these chickens are naughty chickens, and they will climb these trees and roost in them at night, or they hop down and go explore the field. And there's a hole behind that metal sheeting, so I'm trying to discourage them. I need to fix the hole, but I need them just to stay in my coop area. And so then they get all agitated that they can't freaking come in, but they know how to. They just go up the freaking tree and come back in. So these guys are good chickens. They aren't stuck behind fencing. It's just a shenanigans. So I understand I need to clean up my chicken coop area. It's a project before winter happens. But thanks for going on the journey with me.